Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. This is video 1B. Video 1B of what will now be 4 videos. Because someone reached out to me, right? And they said, look, you need to look at this because this is actually happening. This is actually happening. And it's... the Jay Slater case has turned into an absolute fucking disaster. An absolute disaster. And people wonder why I stepped back. It weren't because I was paid off by the mafia and, you know, I'm not really going out to buy a yacht or anything like that. I've got a video coming out later which talks about this situation in a little bit more in depth, I suppose. But this video here is specifically talking about, there's a Jay Slater group on the Book Face. And what they're basically doing on this page is they are trying to petition to get the GoFundMe from the family taken down, because they're saying that the family knew what had happened to Jay before it had happened, and therefore the GoFundMe was set up under false pretense. Now, they obviously, we've seen this. We've seen certain feelings and thoughts around the GoFundMe that, you know, it was considered that perhaps it was set up originally because we know that Rachel Hargreaves apparently had set one up. That was then taken down. Then they set another one up. And, you know, we have sort of considered things around it. But ultimately, again, we talk about lines, don't we? We talk about lines. Now, what people do, there's a lot of people in the true crime niche who this becomes a... I don't know whether you watch Mr. Who's the Boss. Mr. Who's the Boss just done a video recently, and it talks about how social media is becoming a casino, in that it does things in order to get you hooked. And the true crime niche is an absolute testament to that. You know, people, they want to feel like they are part of something and that they are right, and that their thoughts and their feelings are, they're surrounded by people who share them, and it's like a win when you have a thought and then other people share it. It's almost like that elation. Oh, I'm not the only one who thinks that the GoFundMe was set up, because it was set up to pay for a debt. You couldn't really see, but I was kind of tweaking my nipples there in a seductive fashion. You just couldn't see on the screen because of the zooming in. So it lost kind of the effect there, and the fact I've had to sort of explain the situation has made it less effective. But no, look, the Jay Slater situation is now about, it ain't about what's right, it's about people having their thought process massaged by other people who share the same thought. Logic in this case fucked off weeks ago, and I ain't about that anymore. We are now in a situation where you've got people who have made the decision that Jay Slater's family, they knew what was going on, and they set up a GoFundMe under false pretense, and they now want to, the fact that they've lost their son, the fact that he is actually dead, he is dead, not, as some would say, he's working off a debt in Ireland, because that is one of the stories, and, you know, Jay is alive and well. They sort of smuggled him out of the country on the Maruba boat, which I can't say that this is 100% accurate, but apparently the owner of that Maruba boat has actually come out and publicly said, shut the fuck up, you're starting to affect my business now. So I can't help people. I can't help people. You know, yes, we can look at everything, we can talk about everything, we can speculate, we can spitball, we can think that this looks dodgy, that looks dodgy, and I'm just fucking repeating myself at this stage. I'm literally repeating myself over and over and over again. And I don't even know why I'm that bothered. I don't know why I'm that bothered, but I am that bothered because I think to myself, I wish things were different. I wish things were different. How do you think the family would feel if this GoFundMe was absolutely genuine. It was genuine. It was needed. They weren't a wealthy family. They were given donations. They spent the donations on search parties. They spent the money on the funeral for Jay, the after party and bits and pieces, any lost work and stuff that happened. And look, we're in a situation where we see the same thing happen with other cases as well, and we have issues with it. We take stock with it, and sometimes we take stock with it because it's a case of, do you need it? And just because you can, I don't mean you have to. But these are flat out saying that the family knew what happened to Jay. They knew what had happened, and that the GoFundMe was set up falsely, and they want to take that money away from them. Could you imagine if they were successful? Now, I don't think that they're going to be successful, absolutely not, because the thing is, what people can't seem to comprehend is that what they're learning and the things that they know, the sources of that stuff are sources like YouTube, like TikTok, like Substacks and Reddit and all these sort of things, and people who talk, and then someone who will see it and they're like, that looks interesting, that's going to make a good video, and then they make a video, and then people are like, oh, have you seen, this is real, and this carries on, and it carries on, and it carries on. So, but could you imagine if the GoFundMe was shut down, and this family, not only had they lost their son, but they now face a massive debt. They have to, everything gets taken back, sent back to the people who donated, and this family not only loses their son, but they're put in that position just because people have decided that the family knew what happened. Because so-and-so on such and such channel, or so-and-so on such and such site said that this was all pre-planned, it was all I don't know. I can't, when is it going to end? That's the concerning thing. You're looking at the direction this case is going. In order to keep it alive, things are going to have to start going in one of two directions. That is, you literally then start repeating yourself over and over again, which I'm doing. That's all you do. Or you have to make more stuff up. And what else is there to make up? What can you extrapolate from what is already out in the public domain about this case? What can you do to make it even more fucking worth watching? Even more to earn money on? I don't understand what people want from this case, where they want it to go, where they want it to end. Because this ain't, don't fucking kid yourself and think that you're going to solve a case. There are police involved in it. There is an investigation by an inquest. They are investigating it. And these are the people who can make a difference. If they, well, I say that, not always, but sometimes you have to have a little bit more faith in the system than you do in certain people. And I'm not going to call out specific names because I'll do that later. But the point being, oh my fucking God, are you fucking serious, people? You are now looking to take money off the family of a dead child just because you've made your mind up that they faked the reason they set it up. Ain't like the Gonsalves family, and the fact that we are publicly seeing that they are being offered the things for free that they are requesting money for. That's false pretense, saying that we want money for paying for these things when they're getting them offered for free. That's false pretense. That is that right there. So then they start adding other stuff, saying that they're going to start having holidays and perhaps going to see a shrink. So you've swerved that bullet there. But this here, do you honestly believe in your heart of hearts that the Jay Slater family, his parents, knew what had happened to him before they got out there and they set the GoFundMe up under for some false pretense? Honestly, where's the proof? And where did the proof come from? All of these proofs and these oddities and these fucking fantastical stories about the Maruba boat and Tom Hilton. I've already shown that the posts involving Tom Hilton in this were faked. You've got people saying that Tom Hilton was in the club. Why? How far are people willing to go? Catch you all tomorrow.